top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. Procurement system will be revamped under APNU-led government amid instances of corruption. MAHIPAUL. Election fraud trial delays a travesty as new election cycle loom. AG. Turkeyene man dies after shooting indiscriminately. Police still mum on investigations. And policeman sentenced to 25 years for fatal 2021 shooting of businessman. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Altha Grant with the Thursday, 10th July 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you should know this evening. Given instances of corruption reported in the procurement system to the extent of persons being afforded contracts without any prior experience, Ganesh MAHIPAUL, Vice Presidential candidate for a Partnership for National Unity, said small contractors will be retained based on their performances and competence. Antonio Day filed that report.
To the small contractors, you have nothing to fear with Aubrey Norton. You will be allowed to continue to work, but you will have to do proper work.
That was Vice Presidential candidate Ganesh MAHIPAUL during a Partnership for National Unity campaign launch over the weekend at the Square of the Revolution. MAHIPAUL, who served as Shadow Minister for Local Government and Regional Development at the parliamentary level, spoke to the high level of corruption in the procurement system. He said on an APNU-led government, a different approach will be taken.
And you will have to be administered by competent engineers. And all them slapdash work, you see, it will never happen.
MAHIPAUL on numerous occasions have been critical of the ALETHEA government's awarding of contracts to inexperienced contractors. As a result of such actions by the government, several infrastructural projects like the Bellevue Pump Station along the west bank of the Marara, to date, is yet to be completed. A new contracting company, Geico Engineering, has since been handed the project after its initial contractor, Michael Rodriguez of Tupui Inc., failed to complete the $868 million project. Tupui Inc. has also received an advance for the project. Under an APNU-led government, the party's vice presidential candidate said there will be intense scrutiny to promote accountability and transparency in Guyana's procurement system.
Under the APNU, we will not have pass a bribe here, pass a bribe there. Nothing of the sort.
I am Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal is sounding the alarm over the slow progress of the 2020 election fraud trial, calling it a travesty as another election looms and only 6 of 73 prosecution witnesses have so far testified. Tiana Cole is on that story.
Only 6 out of 73 prosecution witnesses have completed their testimonies in the ongoing 2020 election fraud trial. As a result, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal said the case will not be concluded before Guyanese return to the polls on September 1, 2025. He described the situation as, quote-unquote, a travesty from every conceivable perspective.
It is not because the prosecution was not ready. The prosecution discharged its obligation with reasonable competence, if I may say so, based upon everything that is available in the public domain, and diligence.
He stressed that anyone closely following the trial would have seen where the delays originated.
However, the trials will continue, and we will see where they end up.
The trial, which has encountered multiple setbacks since it began, was restarted in February 2025 by Acting Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. The 6 witnesses who have already testified were subjected to intense cross-examinations by defense attorneys. This case centers on several former GCOM officials and political operatives who stand accused of conspiring to allegedly rig the 2020 general elections. They are collectively facing 19 charges linked to alleged acts of electoral fraud. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
It would appear that the police is still ironing out the issues surrounding the death of a 23-year-old Sapphire man who went berserk and opened fire using his father's gun. Travis Chase reports.
23-year-old Joshua Taylor died Thursday morning after a confrontation with police who were called to his Turkeyene home where he was shooting indiscriminately. Police responded to a report that Taylor had armed himself with his father's licensed weapon and was firing shots. His aunt, Sabrina Taylor, spoke of the moment she was awakened by gunshots.
After brother, I get up. I come in now as a big girl, I sleep without clothes. I got some bars a day. I tell you, I put on the glasses and I put on my glasses and I zoom in. I see this boy with his firearm in the hand. I tell you, and I see my son there running. I see people running on the road because coming on my window, they're right to the side of the shop. I could see on the road.
Sources said Taylor, upon seeing the police, shot at the lawman. Police returned fire, but it still remains unclear at this time if Taylor was hit. Nightly News was told that when Taylor's bullets ran out, police subdued him, placed him into handcuffs, and escorted him to the Georgetown Public Hospital where he died.
He jumped the gate, and another boy jumped the gate. And this how they end up holding up on me. And hold you down, turn you over. You understand how many police said take it from there.
The young man's family said that several family members tried to intervene and have Joshua surrender, but that did not work out.
He shoot at the police, yes. Yeah, man, now the phantom come, the death squad come, and the police them come. So this, the police them carne this whole place and all the police them guns pointing by me place and point at the boy pointing the gun by me, for me too. So it's no way, like I said to me, a sandwich maker, the police them open shots for me. Everything I done with inside it. I just got a plyboard wall who just bury me. And shots.
It is still not known what triggered the incident, but reporters were told that it might have been a verbal confrontation earlier on between Joshua Taylor and his relatives.
And then after 4 police, they strap you up and they take in a shiny van. You see, they take in a shiny van. But 10 or 20 minutes after we get the phone call, the father called my big brother called me. And that's how we did.
Up to the time of this report, the police have not officially commented on the incident, but only said that investigations are ongoing. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
With 70% ethyl alcohol, Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer eliminates 99.99% of all germs and even moisturizes in the process, leaving your skin clean and hydrated. Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer. How do you stay clean?
Electrical contractors, builders, and homeowners. When it comes to electricals, don't take chances. Invest in top quality electrical items from our electrical department at Gaffurs. We stock brands from the USA, Canada, and the UK, such as Cooper Allied and Siemens. Get main and distribution circuit panels and breakers in various sizes. Electrical cables in sizes ranging from 1.5 millimeters to 16 millimeters in single core, flat, and ground flex. Surface and flush switches ranging from 1 gang to 6 gang. Also double pole switches from 20 amps to 45 amps. Outlets, 13 amps to 20 amps, both surface and flush. Earth rods and clamps, 6 inches to 10 inches. Also available are transformers, voltage regulators, and more. So for all your home and office and industrial electrical items, visit the Gaffurs location nearest you at MacDoom, Parika, Neems, Land of Canaan, Rose Hall, Beatty, Kanji, and Diamond.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. A police constable has been sentenced to 25 years in prison for the fatal shooting of Essequibo businessman Orrin Boston during a controversial 2021 anti-crime operation. Tiana Cole has the details.
Following the fatal shooting of Dartmouth Essequibo businessman Orrin Boston in September 2021 by a police constable during an anti-crime operation conducted by the Special Weapons and Tactics SWAT unit at Boston's home, the policeman 36-year-old Sharon Peters was on Thursday sentenced to 25 years behind bars. Peters, a police constable from Central Amelia's Ward, Linden, was convicted of the lesser offense of manslaughter and sentenced by Justice Sandil Kisun. Throughout the trial, State Prosecutor Lateef Elliott called approximately 25 witnesses. On June 25, the jury returned a unanimous guilty verdict. During the proceedings, the court heard that the operation carried out by 12 heavily armed SWAT officers targeted 2 houses within the same compound. However, it was executed without a search warrant, arrest warrant, or any lawful authority. Justice Keeson emphasized that the SWAT unit, comprising officers specially trained for high-risk interventions, failed in their duty to act with caution, restraint, and professionalism. On September 15, 2021, Boston was shot and killed during what was described as an anti-crime operation by the SWAT squad. The businessman's death sparked widespread controversy, with family members disputing the police's version of events. While the Guyana police force claimed Boston was killed in a confrontation, his wife maintained he was unarmed and shot while lying in bed. He was rushed to the Saudi hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. In the wake of his death, residents of Dartmouth launched protests to burn tires and debris to block the main thoroughfare. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Antonio Day tells us that 2 vendors who ply their trade along the Annandale Public Road are in a helpless situation, as one businessman who has establishments along the community's public road is asking them to not vend in the vicinity of his enterprises or their stalls will be destroyed.
For months, German Knights and his significant other, Eugene McCrae, has been back and forth in seeking assistance to find a convenient location to vend along the Annandale Market Road. The clothes vendors said for over 20 years, they have been plying their trade along the Annandale thoroughfare. But one businessman, Mr. Altha, they claimed, has been making life difficult for the family.
If you tell me I could go in a car, I could understand. You tell me that how well. You get 2, you can give you 1 more chance. Is either you break down your stand, or I get the police or the NDC for break down your stand.
The frustrated vendor said although he tried to make amends with the businessman, he has made matters worse.
Every day I go out on the road, this man by the name of Altha and he work with them, keep breaking down my stand piece by piece every single day.
According to Knights, the acting chairman of the MAHIPAUL, La Reconnaissance Neighborhood Democratic Council, Mr. Harry Tilku, had no issue with them plying their trade along the Annandale Public Road. Yulene McRae told 90 News that the acting NDC chairman assured that the situation will be amicably settled. The frustrated woman said to date herself and husband are unsure of what their next recourse would be.
Where we now have to go into our pocket to buy material to build back this stall over the road.
The vendors noted that they are in a possession of receipts as proof of purchase of wood to rebuild their broken stalls. Despite being told that the matter falls under the purview of the Public Works Ministry, McRae said there has been no assistance from any of the relevant authorities.
I have a record where this man is claiming that you give him permission to build on the road and break the stall down. He was like, no, not me. Word of mouth, there can't be no permission.
Moreover, Mr. Harry Tilku, acting chairman of the MAHIPAUL, La Reconnaissance Neighborhood Democratic Council, when contacted by Nightly News, provided clarity on the subject.
So I told him the same guy who in one small thing, that we don't give permission on the reserve, that's public works matter. We can't give permission within the NDC because that is a public, that's Purvose Road. So you go over the other side and you build a structure there.
Tilku explained that the structure was immovable and was trying to explore other alternate locations in the area so that the livelihood of the vendors would not be impacted. Efforts to contact businessman Altha for comment proved futile as several telephone calls were unanswered. Antonio D reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We have more news for you. Stay tuned.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
For staying with us as we continue, a homicide investigation is now underway 16 days after the body of 22-year-old Ezekiel Smith was found on the southern parapet on Princess Street Lodge with 2 gunshot wounds to the head and multiple injuries. A police patrol was initially called to the scene following a call regarding, quote, shots being fired and a car sped off, end of quote. Credible sources have told Nightly News that Smith was tortured, then shot to his head. The source said that so far, Smith's murder is drug-related. Smith, who worked at the Cheddi Jagan International Airport as a ramp attendant, went missing from his home and job. His family only learned of his killing after they were contacted by a representative of a funeral home. The police, since the discovery of the body, have remained silent. Efforts to deepen regional business ties are gaining momentum as the Suriname-Guyana Chamber of Commerce officially launched the third edition of the International Business Conference, Guyana 2025. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
The Suriname-Guyana Chamber of Commerce, SGCC, on Wednesday launched the third edition of the International Business Conference, IBC, Guyana 2025, under the theme, quote-unquote, Bridging Businesses for Regional Prosperity. It will bring together business leaders, investors, and policymakers, not just from the two countries, but from across the region and the world.
Guyana is going through big changes, and Suriname is also moving towards economic transformation. That is why this conference is so timely.
Her Excellency Lizelle Blankendal, Ambassador of Suriname to Guyana, in her opening remarks, emphasized the importance of the conference in fostering stronger regional economic cooperation. She highlighted that IBC reflects a deepening partnership between Suriname and Guyana, working collaboratively to expand global opportunities and build diverse, resilient economies, from oil and gas to agriculture, tourism, renewable energy, and infrastructure. Meanwhile, Dr. Vishnu Darga, chair of the SGCC, reflected on the Chamber's early days and how its regional influence continues to grow.
We've now exceeded 100 members. We have about 40% from Guyana, 40% from Suriname, about 10% regional, and about 10% international. And our goal is to ensure that we continue to connect businesses.
Dr. Darga noted that the IBC has grown from a modest concept into a vibrant business ecosystem, driving real change across the region. Also speaking at the launch was Pridipal Singh Jr., Managing Director of Guyana Port, Inc., who described the IBC as a space energized by practical insights and a strong spirit of collaboration. He shared that past engagement with the event influenced their decision to return this year.
We see it as more than just a chamber. It's a bridge between vision and execution, and a network that we're proud to be a part of.
IBC Guyana 2025 will take place from October 14 to 16 at the Guyana Marriott Hotel in Georgetown. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Turbo with a new look, new style, with the same great taste in the 250 ml can. Everybody run out now. Go and go grab one. Me charge up with a turbo 250 ml at your favorite spot. Wait, sell. New look, new can, same vibes. Jinxing, energize up your life. Vibes up, work time, anytime we are turn up the party with turbo can. Turbo can, turbo can, turbo can. Now available in the new 250 ml can. Turbo energy drink. Charge up today.
Vote for the PPPC.
Now it's time to renew the mission to stay the course. The People's Progressive Party Civic invites you to the 2025 elections campaign launch on Sunday, July 13th at the Kitty Market Square, Georgetown, starting from 3 p.m. Be there to hear from President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, General Secretary of the PPP Dr. Barrett Jagnio, and Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, and others. Guyana is on the rise with massive achievements in education, housing to healthcare, infrastructure to innovation. As the most trusted political party, we are transforming Guyana for all. Let us rally for the People's Progressive Party Civic 2025 elections campaign launch, Sunday, July 13th at the Kitty Market Square in Georgetown, starting from 3 p.m. for PPPC, forward together for a better Guyana.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.
If
If you're feeling good, make me see your hands up in the air. Don't go. I want you to stay. Listen.
What's up, Guyana? This is Maxi Priest. And don't forget, I will be at the National Park on August the 1st to be close to you. To celebrate the ACDA's 32nd Emancipation Festival 2025. Come out in your numbers and join me as we get one more chance to celebrate this wild world accomplishment of our ancestors.
Just for a while, now you're driving me insane. Just a minute. Bullets! Without bullets.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. U.S. President Donald Trump said the U.S. would impose the 50% tariff on all imports from Brazil after his spat this week with his Brazilian counterpart, who called him an unwanted emperor. Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva fired back yesterday, saying new tariffs would be met with reciprocal measures. In a letter, Trump linked the tariffs to Brazil's treatment of former President Jair Bolsonaro, who is on trial over charges of plotting a coup to stop Lula from taking office in 2023. The levies were imposed due, quote-unquote, in part to Brazil's insidious attacks on free elections and the fundamental free speech rights of Americans, the letter said. Lula, his vice president, his finance minister, and others held an emergency meeting in Brasilia last night to discuss the new levies. In a lengthy post on social media after the meeting, Lula said Trump's accusations that trade between the two countries was unfair to the U.S. were false, stressing the U.S. runs a trade surplus against Brazil. Attorney at law and director of the Tobago Business Chamber, Martin George, was granted $150,000 bail on Wednesday after being charged with 2 counts of sexual offenses. George is alleged to have sexually assaulted a female attorney at his Dundonald Street office on March 22, 2025. He is charged with indecent assault and grievous sexual assault. The alleged victim reported the matter 2 days later at the Chaguanas police station. George appeared before Master of the High Court in Dira Chimbas, who ordered him to stay at least 500 meters from the alleged victim. George is expected to reappear in court on October 7, 2025. A magnitude 3.6 earthquake was felt in several parts of Jamaica Wednesday afternoon. The earthquake unit at the University of the West Indies, Mona, has confirmed that the epicenter of the 4:15 p.m. quake was located southwest of Buff Bay, Portland, with a focal depth of 16 kilometers. Reports from residents in the eastern section of the island who said that they felt the earthquake. The unit, however, has so far confirmed reports from St. Andrew, St. Mary, and St. Catherine. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.
Procurement system will be revamped under APNU-led government amid instances of corruption. MAHIPAUL. Election of fraud trial delays a travesty as new election cycle loom. AG. Turkeyene man dies after shooting indiscriminately. Police still mum on investigations. And a policeman sentenced to 25 years for fatal 2021 shooting of businessman. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Altha Grant. Thanks for watching.